Today I have a nice video today, going to be talking about the 12-inch shallow mount subwoofer from NVX, the S-Series subwoofer. Stay tuned. Go ahead and dig in. First, going to do the unboxing review. So this is the SMW12. This is the shallow mount subwoofer S-Series from NVX. They also come in a 10-inch, but I'm focusing on the 12 today. So if you want to know any more details about this subwoofer, anything I don't make out of or I bring up in the video, everything will be in the description on the links. I recommend checking them out. And be sure to give it a like. A lot of dedicated time to put into this. And shout out to NVX for making nice NVX products. Nice subwoofer, shallow mount subwoofer here we're going to be able to look at today. I'm really excited to see how it sounds as well. At the end of the video, you'll see that. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the package real quick. Right under 8 pounds. I can definitely tell it is a lighter weight subwoofer, but it has to be expected to do that, to be able to fit in a small constrained space. And it is only rated at 400 watts RMS, which is really conservatively rated. I'm going to be putting it on a 1000 watt monoblock amp today at 2 ohm, but you'll see that later in the video. So looking at the side of the box, here you can see it's rated at 400 watts RMS. This is the 12-inch shallow mount. Comes in a 10-inch as well. All the main features, you can check out the link in the description for that. Ultralight and durable polyethylene cone. Versatile shallow mount depth design, as you saw. The thumbnail showed the depth as well. I'm not going to give you all the specs on it because everything that I can read on a manual you could also read. So I'll give you the key points. So looking at the side here, the side view, you can literally see that the size of this depth is insane. It is very small, really shallow. It has an X-Max of 8 millimeters. With a FS of 29 hertz on the 12-inch and 34 hertz on the 10-inch, a little bit lower frequency response on the 12. The frequency response is actually 25 to 350 hertz is the bandwidth of this subwoofer, depending on your enclosure. But the FS is right at 29 hertz is what the manual shows. I really like the carbon fiber feel and look appearance, the aesthetic, cosmetic look of this subwoofer. The light might be showing a little bit on this to make it look a little weird, but really nice fine touch to it. So I'll go ahead and flip it over, set it flush on the flat surface here, no scuffs on the cone. The size of my hand, the manual says net weight of 11 pounds. I thought it was around 8 holding it physically, so maybe I was a little few pounds off. And another thing, keynote that I see here that a lot of people would want to know is what is the size coil diameter? So the coil diameter size is 2.5 inch on the 12-inch, and then the 10-inch comes with a 2-inch voice coil diameter sub. So definitely going to be able to give you a good enough bass throw to give you more than just what your speakers are going to put out. And you could be able to put this in any area that you want, whether it's under your seat, in the back of your trunk car in a tight space, underneath the seats of your truck, in your seat truck, or the back of a single cab vehicle, or really anywhere you want, or even if you want to put it in a small ported or sealed enclosure as well. So a lot of different options to put this thing. The SMW12 D4 from NVX, the S-Series. I really like the feel and look of this as well. It is definitely have a different cosmetic look than a lot of shallow mount subs I've seen in the past as well. And as always, we want to have something that can be able to be fitting in a tight space. So definitely going to be a nice touch on that from NVX with the S-Series. So now I'm going to go ahead and look at the manual real quick. A couple of key points. If you want, you can pause it if I'm going a little too quick. I like to get as much as I can out in these few minutes before I get into the next part of the video. So, main thing I didn't mention is the overall diameter. This is the 12, or it's right at 12.48. The cone size is right at 12 inches though. The actual depth is under 4 inches as you saw in the thumbnail. So that's right, a 12-inch mounting depth of under 4 inches. It's 3.82 inches it says right there. And the 10-inch is 3.23, so another half inch from that. So really, really tight space to be able to fit in your enclosure. And it recommends a sealed box to get optimal output. Of course, you can put it into ported as well, but being that it is a shallow mount, they usually shine more in sealed enclosures as it mentions. So that's it. Let's go ahead and get this thing wired up and get some subflex action. So I got the subwoofer out here, going to be doing a wiring discussion for about a minute, and then we'll go into some subwoofer flex tests. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. It's easier to explain that way. This is on a clean flat surface, so it will not damage or puncture the sub in any way. As long as you lay it perfectly flush on something soft and smooth, it won't affect your cone. And it's a little easier to discuss wiring as well with doing that. Okay, so this is a 12-inch shallow mount. They also come in the 10-inch, just like I mentioned earlier for shallow mounts. This is a dual 4-ohm voice coil subwoofer. I am going to be wiring this down to 2 ohm. So if you ran 2 of these, you could run it down to a 1 ohm load, but with just a single subwoofer, you want a 2 ohm monoblock, or I'll be showing you in a minute the amplifier that I'm testing from MVX as well with this subwoofer. That's going to be a perfect match. Would be a good recommendation. I'll also put that in the description too, you can check out. So to start off, I want to make a jumper from both subwoofer coils. So this is a DVC dual voice coil. Just like it says SMW12D4, that means this is the model number. It's a 12-inch size, and it's D for dual 4, for a dual 4 ohm voice coil. So what I'm doing is I am running a wire jumper from one side to the other, and then I'm going to use my multimeter here to confirm that this jump is good. So what I'll do is, now that I jumped it over, it should be right around the 1.8 to like 2.2, 2.4 mark with everything the way it is. There we go. All right, so, and that's with the subwoofer not moving. See? Right at the 2 ohm mark. There we go. So this is wired down to 2 ohm. The amplifier that I'm going to be testing, I'll go ahead and show you in about 20 seconds, is going to be running at 2 ohm. The amplifier is a 1000 watt RMS VAD from NVX. Before that, let's look at the specs one more time on here. So this is a shallow mount subwoofer, so it isn't going to be the most loudest subwoofer out there, but it is going to be able to give you optimal output in a small space. And I did read here that the S-series subwoofers, I was reading one of the manual pieces I might have forgotten to mention earlier, it does recommend actually a sealed enclosure for the S-series subwoofer to be most optimal output. So you can actually fit 2 of these in around a 2 to 2.5 cube box and be really well. And this is the 12-inch. 10-inch model will be a little bit smaller than that. But for the actual output RMS I mentioned earlier, or say it again, is 400 watts RMS. So one of these in the back cab or wherever you're putting in the trunk under your seat or anywhere, or even in your house, would be good for probably a 500 to 600 watt RMS monoblock, give you a little bit of headroom, or a 1000 to 1200 watt RMS amp for a dual set of these. So that's what I would recommend for that. So I'm going to be testing the 25 hertz first, and then I'll go ahead and do like a 50 or 60 hertz test response. So we'll do 2 tones on that. And keep in mind that the video is not going to do justice for the actual output, but I'm going to be able to test this out with some power and get some sub excursion at the end of the video. So, all right, now let's go ahead and look at the amplifier. All right, so this is the little baby amplifier here. It looks like a baby, but it's actually 1000 watts RMS. Stay tuned for a video in about 1 to 2 weeks. I'll be posting this up with actually a full-on review of this amplifier, as well as some tests to see real-world power on it. But it is the VAD 1001. Going to be running it at 2 ohm. This is 1000 watts at 1 ohm. 2 ohm, I think it's rated between 500 and 750 watts RMS. So the subwoofer is definitely going to be getting the power for this test. So I'm going to go ahead and wire it up real quick. All right, so I've got the power positive and negative. So now that I have a jumper here, I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the subwoofer here. It's on my platform, and I'm going to be able to wire this up to the subwoofer. And then we'll do 2 song tests. 25 hertz and like a 45 hertz. 25 hertz was the lowest frequency range. It is a shallow mount, so you're not going to get anything lower than around that 25 to 28 hertz range. So anybody trying to get super low deep bass, this will still do it depending on your type of enclosure, but it might not be as optimal as going with a bigger sub. But this is a shallow mount, so it's a different concept. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and run the jumper. So the way I run jumpers is twist time together. This is up to 10 gauge wire input, but I'm using 12 gauge, so it fits perfectly in there. This is LFC. Should work great. And then I'll confirm one more time with make sure that the reading is right. It should be dead on. Dead on 2 ohm. All right, so now let's go ahead and test out the 2 frequencies, get some subflex action. All right, so let me go get my song set ready, and then we'll see some subflex. All right, here we go. So this will be 25 hertz. So it weighs only 8 pounds, so I'm actually a little tight holding this, making sure it's good grip, but really optimal low-end flex response there. So now let's do 45 hertz and see how it does as well. So we'll do 45 hertz now. Actually, let's do 47. So I'll do 47 hertz. This will be a bass track. On my second channel, JacobViral 2, go to the playlist for actual bass beat tracks, and you'll see this one on there if you want to check those out. Here we go. Bluetooth cut out. Definitely clean. So this being in an enclosure, I'm not testing this in an enclosure today. I just wanted to see how the response is. Free air, 25 hertz and a mid 40 hertz range. Definitely good. Let's do a little bit more flex action without me holding it. Alright, so that's the video. Once again, thank y'all for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Stay tuned for more content, as well as check out the links in the description once again for this shallow mount subwoofer from NVX, the S series. Definitely a nice subwoofer, good excursion. Hope you enjoyed that review. And if you haven't already, wanted to see something else, check out the VAD series amplifiers from NVX as well. And I'll see you all in a few weeks for another video.